SGA, the Thunder team is still a good team.
But okay, yes, but Malik, that's the thing. So why are we penalizing a specific player because of how good his team is? We can't.
Well, I'm not penalizing
him.
You
are. Yes,
no.
you are.
Maybe I am. Maybe it sounds like I am. I'm not trying to. I'm not attempting to. I'm just saying he should not be in the MVP conversation. So, one of the topics that are taking place right now is who is the league's MVP. And, I think that you can have whoever you put in there, right? You could say it's Shai. You could say it's Luka. You could say it's Jokic. But when we look at who I think impacts their team the most, not stat pad, because stat padding is a thing in this league, it's Luka Doncic for me. I think there's a lot of people out there that think it's Shai because Shai routinely gets 30 points a game, and apparently right now he's leading the MVP race. Shocker. But I don't see that when I watch Shai. I think Shai's on a very talented team that I think would be very good regardless if Shai Alexander was there or not, in my honest opinion. How many first-round picks? You talk about Jalen Williams, who's the unsung guy, doesn't get a lot of credit. You talk about Chet Holmgren. You talk about everybody's not-so-favorite player in Josh Giddey. That's a talented team. That is a talented team. Lou Dort. That is a talented team. Shai certainly takes them over the top. But I watch a lot of Shai Gilgeous Alexander games. I watch a lot of SGA games. I do. And the manner in which he gets those 30 points, I promise you guys, it's not as if the game is in a crucial spot and, they need a big bucket and he's just trying everything to get to the rim. A lot of it feels like it's stat padding. When the game is well in hand, driving, forcing contact for the defender. What I see with Shai is if he's not able to get to the free throw line routinely, the game is really not that impressive. That might come off as a hot take. People may say, you don't know ball, but in fact, I do. To me, when I watch SGA, I don't see difference maker. I don't see game changer. I see a guy that's talented, very talented, and a talented scorer. But I'm sorry, taking the ball inside, trying to get off your shot, and sometimes it feels like not even trying to get off your shot. It's trying to force the defender into a bad situation to get your shots off at the free throw line. I think it's the reason why they don't shoot the most, but they're so efficient. They're one of the most efficient teams behind the three-point line. It's because people are so worried about Shai Gilgeous Alexander attacking the rim, getting the foul calls, that they're leaving guys wide open on the wing. It's the reason why guys like Lou Dort are able to get their shots off, and Josh Giddey's able to get his shots off, and Jalen Williams is able to get his shots off. Shai didn't take a lot of three-point shots. His game, drive to the basket, pump fake, you jump up, jump into you, foul call. Hopefully, and one. Watch majority of these games. To me, that's not MVP. MVP is what Luka does. Impacts the game. What Jokic does impacts the game. Make your teammates involved. Get your teammates involved in the game. Whether it's driving to the basket, whether it's kicking it out to a teammate. One thing about Luka Doncic and even Jokic, they will pass up very good shots for great shots. They will increase the players around them. They will. They will get the most out of a team around them. I sometimes think Jokic can stat pad, going for triple doubles and whatnot, but I genuinely think Luka Doncic, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think Luka truly pays attention to the most about what his numbers are. I think when I watch Luka, everything he does, all the efforts he does is to what's going to put my team in the best position to win. It's the reason why he defends. It's the reason why he rebounds. It's the reason why he'll get his assists. It's the reason why he'll score. And there's no rhyme or reason. You can't bank on Luka every single night to get a triple-double. To me, I think if you're going out every single night and getting a triple-double, and I'm not saying this is what Shai does because Shai doesn't do that, but I just think that if you're going out every single night and getting a triple-double, you're making a concerted effort to, I need double-digit points. I need double-digit rebounds. I need double-digit assists. When I watch Luka Doncic, I don't see that. I see a guy that one game, he might have 10 rebounds. He might have 16 rebounds. He might have 20 points. He might have 8 assists. I see a guy that is willing to do whatever it takes, the dirty work, the grunt work, to put his team over the top. Daniel, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm on your side with the Luka Doncic to win MVP. I am. I think Luka Doncic deserves the MVP this season. He just beat Jokic. He has had one hell of a year. He leads the league in scoring. I believe he's second or third in assists. For point guards, he has the most rebounds out of any point guard in the NBA right now. He is putting up incredible numbers. He is doing it in crunch time as well, right? In the fourth quarter, he's doing it. The one thing I'm going to say about the Shai thing, and I think this is, Jokic could be in the MVP conversation, but right now he's the runaway favorite. I don't think he should be. Once again, look at the team around him. There's many times when Jokic isn't on the floor, Jamal Murray, they've got a nice bench, right? Christian Brown, Peyton Watson, Aaron Gordon. They're playing really well, especially, even without Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at what Luka Doncic is doing. I think he is performing the best right now. Him and Jokic are on a tier of their own because they are the entire team when they're on the floor.
So they're the league's most valuable players.
Yes, but what I will say about Shai,
Here
though,
we go.
no,
Here we go.
honestly,
this is where we disagree. But
no, because I just disagree because the stat padding, like I don't think Shai stat pads if Luka doesn't, because Luka's had a triple double in every one of like his past 10 games, and he's getting 10 assists, 10 rebounds.
But you have to understand, when you watch Luka play, it's not like the game is in. I've literally physically seen Shai come back in the game when his team is up 15 points. The game is well in hand over just to get his 30. I've seen it. I've seen it.
But to that point, it's
misleading.
But to that point, my only thing is that's out of his hand. And the reason why I say that is, Malik, he is averaging 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. And that is the lowest out of every star in the NBA. Luka's averaging 9 minutes. LeBron's averaging 10 minutes.
So what does that tell you? So what does that tell you? Let's talk about that for a second. Luka can't play the high, can't sit on the bench as long as a guy like Shai does, because Shai sits most of the fourth quarter.
Yes.
Because guess what? When he goes off the floor, his team struggles.
But why
his team struggles? His team. Well, listen. When he goes off the floor, his team struggles. What that should tell you is when Shai goes off the floor, his team is so well put together and so good at playing team camaraderie. They're able to uphold the lead and extend on a lead.
Yeah.
Jalen Williams is able to extend on the lead. Chet Holmgren is able to extend on the lead. Josh Giddey is able to extend on the lead when Shai's not in the game. So by the time Shai gets back in the game's usually well in hand. So he gets back in the game and makes sure, hey, let me get my 30.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I get my 30. There's no reason for you to come back in the game with 5 minutes left. Your team is up 15 points. 16 points. In some instances, 20 points. Why you come back in the game?
Malik,
to drive to the basket, to get a foul call, to then hit your free throws, to hit your 30 a game. To me, that is so misleading to the numbers. Not what you're saying, but to him. And to me, Luka has put his team in a position to be in this spot because he is truly the most valuable player, not only for the Mavericks, but in our league, because without him, where would the Mavericks team be? Without SGA, the Thunder team is still a good team.
But Malik, that's the thing. So why are we penalizing a specific player because of how good his team is? We can't.
I'm not penalizing him.
You are. Yes, you are.
Maybe I am. Maybe it sounds like I am. I'm not trying to. I'm not attempting to. I'm just saying he should not be in the MVP conversation.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
Where else does Shai affect the game?
He affects the game so much.
Where?
Malik, you can't look.
Where?
Malik, Luka averages more free throws a game than Shai does.
And that's because he genuinely gets fouled. But listen, free throws are a part of the game. Free throws are a part of the game. That's not what I'm saying. But when you go, I don't know, maybe I'm just old school and I'm just traditional basketball. When a guy goes out there actively to not look to shoot, but to get free throws, it was the biggest issue I had with James Harden at one point in time. When they're not actually trying to be aggressive, it's just, let me see how much I can get you into foul trouble to get my shots. If you watch Shai Gilgeous Alexander, and he does not get 30 points a game, it's because he typically did not get to the free throw line.
But see,
it's because of that. I'm just being honest. It's true.
But you can't see that when Luka. But you can't see that when Luka averages the same amount of free throws. And Malik,
regardless, I mean, listen. I think at one point you're trying to do this turnaround thing. You're trying to make it work for you. It's not going to work for you.
No.
What I'm saying is. Luka's game, his whole entire game is to make the players, number one, make his team better, right? He is trying to go out and do whatever it takes to win game. It is not his fault that he is the engine of his team. And that if he goes out the game, his team typically loses or they go down. Or if he goes out the game and they're up by 10, guess what happens? that lead starts to shrink. So then Luka's sitting on the bench, and guess what? Jason Kidd has to say, hey, Luka, hey, I know you're sitting on the bench for just like 2 minutes. Hey, why don't you come back in? Especially if Kyrie's not on, which happens. Especially if Kyrie's not on. Hey, Luka, we need you to get back in the game. So Luka gets back in the game. Bro, Luka's playing with Dante Exum.
Of course.
He's playing with Dante Exum.
I
and you're
agree
trying
with
to tell me that like he's not stat, but he's trying to win. There's nobody else on that team that does more for that team than Luka Doncic.
Of course. And there's no one else on the Thunder that does more than
not true.
So
that is not true.
So who does more on the Thunder than Shai?
Well, Shai doesn't score.
Shai does, but
Shai doesn't score.
That is not all he does.
That's all he does.
No, it's not.
That's all he does.
No, it's not.
That's all he does.
No, it's not.
He's not a great defender.
He is. He's a better defender than Luka is. Yes,
sure.
Shai is a better defender.
He's not a great defender, though. He's not a great defender.
He's better than Luka.
Okay. I think it's gonna be one of those things where we disagree to agree, because guess what? The ball mover, the person that's moving the ball most of the time for the team and making sure players get their assists. He gets assists. It's usually Josh Giddey. He's the one with the ball in his hands.
Yeah,
he's the one making the offense tick, not Shai Gilgeous Alexander. When Shai Gilgeous Alexander has the ball in his hands, you know what he does? He's driving to the basket.
Of course.
When Shai Gilgeous Alexander has the ball in his hands, he very rarely is giving it up. He's driving to the basket. He's getting to the free throw line. And Marissa could disagree. She's laughing. You guys are laughing. All the kinds of everything that I'm saying right now is accurate. And Shai Gilgeous Alexander has a basic ass game. He has a basic ass game.
That's disrespectful.
That's call it what it is. It's a basic ass game.
A basic ass game.
I think it's disrespectful that he's in MVP conversation. My opinion. I think it's disrespectful that he's in the MVP conversation. Truthfully, I think it is. I think Luka Doncic truly, and I'm not saying Shai doesn't care about winning. That's not what I'm saying. But I think Luka Doncic at his core, Jokic at their core. I'm just gonna say Luka right now, though.
Yes.
Luka at his core truly will do anything it takes to win for his team. He will pass up open shots for a teammate that has even a better look that he thinks. To me, when you look at it, you look at what he brings to the game. When you look at how he impacts the game for his teammates, I think there's a reason why Luka Doncic should be firmly considered as this year's MVP.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
I agree. Luka's the MVP. 1,000%. I agree.
Awesome. Let us know down in the comment section what you think. Do you agree with Daniel? Do you disagree with me? Maybe there's a hot take in there that you guys have. Maybe I am being disrespectful to Shai. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys' thoughts are. Who is this year's MVP? And was I being a little too hard on Shai? If you like more video content like this, give this video a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss when we go live or upload content from the First Star Logistics Studio.